Annohosya, Adagis Dinisya. Hello, my dear classmates and honorable teacher. Good morning. At the beginning of our presentation, I am expressing my never-ending gratitude to my Almighty Creator. Then I would like to thank our honorable teacher for giving us such an opportunity. I also thank all of my classmates to supporting us as well as listening us. We are three in our group. This is Saidul Islam Wahid and my friend Simon and Nazmul also smart in the group. We have named our group Gadie, the Korean word which means hope. Our topic is on Korean writing system. So let's start. Studying a new language is without doubt a challenging task, but at the same time, it is the most effective tool in our human hand to bring about peace in the world. Studying the Korean language is even more challenging and fascinating than studying other languages. Korean might be ranked as one of the most difficult languages to learn by Foreign Service Institute. Compared to Japanese and Chinese, Korean has some advantages that make it easy to learn. Korea has an ancient culture. Over the centuries, it has amazingly been able to mix all the influences coming from Central Asia, the steppes, Manchuria, China, Japan, and the West into a beautiful, brilliant, and unique new culture. The Korean language is an East Asian language spoken by about 77 million people. It is a member of the Koreanic language family and is the official and national language of both Koreas, North Korea and South Korea, with different standardized official form used in each country. It is a recognized minority language in the Yanbian Korean Autonomous Prefecture and Changbei Korean Autonomous Country of Jilin Province, China. It is also spoken in parts of Sakhalin, Russia, and Central Asia. Here is some forms. Early forms: Proto-Koreanic, Old Koreanic, and Middle Korean. And there is also standard forms. They are Pyozonia, which used in South Korea, and Munawa, used in North Korea. And there is also three writing system here. First one is hangul, second one is Korean braille, and third one is hansa. Hansa is Chinese character, the word what comes from Chinese language. So we are not going to discuss about it because our friend also had a presentation on Chinese character. So we are not going to discuss it. So Korean braille is for the blind person. We have knowledge about it, so we are also not going to discuss about it. Now we are going to describe the hangul, original Korean writing system. Okay, the Korean alphabet known as hangul in South Korea and the Hangul in North Korea is a writing system for the Korean language created by King Sejong the Great in 1943. Here is a portrait of Sejong the Great. Okay. Like the other languages existed in the world, Korean language has also vowels and consonants. It has 10 basic vowels and 14 consonants. Again, there are some double consonants and there are 5 in number. Let's talk about Korean vowels. Okay, first one pronounced like a. Second one pronounced like yeah. Third one a. Fourth one y. Fifth one u. Sixth one u. Seventh one u. Eighth one u. Ninth one u. 10th one e. So we can see there is no IPS signs in 9th and 10th one. Okay, now I would like to request my friend Simon to continue the presentation. Thank you all.
Thank you, Saidul, for giving me the opportunity. I will continue from slide number 8. There are 14 consonants. Here we have created 3 columns to describe consonant. In number 1 column, we can see the row of consonant. Number 2 column is about the pronunciation of consonant, and number 3 column is about the IPS sign. Here we can see the K, N, T, L, M, B, S, and silent S, S, K, T, P, H. What I have pronounced are remember-based consonant. Each consonant has different names: Q, Nu, Siu, Riu, Mu, Biu, Siu, U, Ziu, Siu, Q, Thiu, Piu, Hiu. Now we will look at some double sounds like below: Kha, Tha, Su, Pha. After that, to make the combination of the consonant and vowel, we will now try to combine consonant with the vowels, such as when we combined G with A, we get G. Then N, D, L, M, B, S, A, Z, S, K, T, P, H. Here we have combined all the 14 consonants with vowel A. Now my dear friends, in number 13 slide, some words have been given as example of Korean language, and now how the words are look alike.
Hello everyone, I'm Nazmul Sikder, and I'm welcoming you all in today's presentation program. First of all, I would like to thank you all for participating in our special presentation program. And special thanks to our Honorable Ma'am for organizing such a noble presentation program. Definitely I am very much happy to be a part of this presentation program. As you all know, our presentation is based on Korean writing system. So I will try to continue the rest of the presentation. My two other partners, Saidul Islam and Simon Tasdeep, have already given their particular speech on different topics of Korean writing system. So let's take a look at the part of my presentation. I hope all of you will enjoy this very much. Okay, let's get started. First of all, I'm gonna talk about the roles and position of hangul vowels. If we have a closer look at vowels, we can see that there are 3 types of vowels. Some are tall vowels, some are wide vowels. There is another kind of vowel which is known as placeholder. At first, I'm talking about the tall vowels. There are some vowels in hangul that have vertical shape, and that's why we call them. There is no another reason behind it actually. We have some tall vowels like a. It sounds like a. It sounds like a. And the another one is sounds like a. And we have a vertical line only that sounds like e. And we have a dual vertical line which sounds like o. Now we will talk about wide vowels. Some other hangul vowels have vertical shapes, and that's why we call them wide. Actually their shape are like white, something white. That's why we call them wide vowels. We have some wide vowels like o, and another one is oo, another is o. Okay, and they go underneath. Now we will talk about placeholder. Placeholder has no sound, and actually there is only one vowel which is known as placeholder, and its shape is like zero, and it makes no sound when it comes first. But when it places after a consonant, it sounds like ng, ng, just like ng. Okay, now we can have some examples based on it. For example, when we add placeholder with e vowel, it sounds like e, not in. It doesn't make any sound. Okay, again, when we add three vowels in a placeholder plus u plus ta, when we combine these three sounds, we have ut. Here placeholder is actually soundless. So let's take a look at combining and aspirations of consonants. Actually, there is three versions. In English, certain pairs of consonants like pa, ba, ta, da, sa, sh, z, and ka, ga have a pronunciation that differs mostly in whether they are voiced or voiceless. Korean consonants have not the same distinction. Rather, they have different names. They are not similar to English. Actually, Korean consonants are not like English. In English, we get pa, ba sounds, ta, da, sa, ja, sh. These kinds of sounds, and ka, ga, these kinds of pronunciation. But in Korean language, there is no such kind of category. There are three versions of consonants. One version is called plain or lax version, another version is called aspirated version, and another version is called tense version. So we have presented here a list of basic or lax version. Again, here is listed aspirated version and tense version. Let's have a closer look at this table. We can see here in tense version there are double consonants. Yes, you are seeing the right one. In Korean language, there may have double words in one places, and this version is called tense version. Here we can see ga, ka. Okay, they are double in sound. So we have some vowel phonemes. Here I have listed all the vowels and their pronunciations. International phonetic, according to International Phonetic Alphabet, we have pronunciation. Okay, and we have here hangul pronunciation also, and their phonetic pronunciation, and what's the meaning would be when we want to translate it into English, and we have translated meaning in English. So I hope you have got some basic knowledges about Korean writing system, and I hope you enjoyed it overall. So now I will talk about use of hangul, which is very important. So that's all for now. I hope you all enjoyed our group presentation on the topic Korean writing system. Wishing you good health and good mood. Take care. Ta-da.